I realized that there aren't many animation companies in Ghana. When you decided to start Animax FYB, did you have examples to look up to? Did you have references and structures to follow, or did you have to make it all up as you went along?
So there was no blueprint to follow. Actually, I started out of Animax is actually Ghana's first full-time running animation studio, and it came about. The main reason why I established it was out of frustration. I wasn't an entrepreneur or someone who has learned how to manage or start a business. I was a pure artist, creative. But completing film school, my graduation film was doing very well. It went to several film festivals, almost about 100 of them, winning almost about 60 out of them, including Best Animation in Africa, and also getting shortlisted in the Student Oscars, which is the first time it happened in West Africa.
Wow.
And this made me sought after, and I had opportunity to leave the country because that's what has before then was happening. All the film students or animation students were leaving, the best of them, and those who stayed just changed course. And I believe in Ghana so much. I believe in Africa, and I think that when we say let's tell our own stories, it means that we need to keep our talent here and not extract them to saturated markets and places that don't really appreciate our storytelling, but rather our manpower or labor. So I decided to stay and bridge that gap by starting Animax FYB Studios, and also bringing in people who have similar passion as mine to be able to really start telling the story of Ghanaians and also Africa.
So how hard was it? I mean, take us to the very beginning, day one, when you decided, okay, I'm doing this. What was the process? Walk us through it. What did you have to do in order to set up the first animation studio in Ghana?
So I have a story that is written. It's called Two Cedis and a Dream.
Okay, love it.
Yes. So I completed NAFT in the year 2014. And when I was done, in fact, when I completed school, I stayed at the hostel for almost two weeks whilst everyone had left. And it was all because I wasn't having money to leave. And the school had to kick me out because they were getting the place ready for the next set of students to come in. So I had to call someone who was based in Kokomemle here, an old friend, and she came from UK to produce Anoche animation. But unfortunately, as at the time, there weren't any good animators around or animation practitioners. So I was the only one that she was leaning on from 2011 to 2014, and the thing almost collapsed. And she only had 6 months to stay in Ghana.
Right.
So I called her and I told her that I'm almost homeless. So because going to back home, there was almost nothing there.
Where was back home?
Back home is Takrady.
Right.
Yes, and the condition there wasn't favorable. Like
Takrady,
someone who has come to Accra to learn film, animation, and really got into that stage of understanding or mastering the craft, and I need to go to the next level. I don't have to go back, So she said, "Oh, come and stay with me. I have one room." So I came to Kokomemle and I stayed with her, and God being so good, through the 6 months I was able to manage to get some gigs, and also my film. Through the 6 months, I was traveling all over the world, and it happened like magic. I didn't know that was waiting for me. So I started traveling the world with my film. They were paying for my flight, accommodation, giving me per diems and all that. So I was keeping some of that. When I'm going, I go Gary Shito, so I can keep the per diem. You know. So I came back and I bought myself 2 sets of machines. And the lady said, "Oh, I'm leaving, so take care of this place. You have 2 months left." So I took over the place, and I turned the sitting room to be the studio. So I registered the company in December. Then everything started.
So tell me, when you say 2 machines, what machines? What is it? Computers?
Yeah, desktops.
Yeah. Okay.
As at the time, there weren't so much. It wasn't a very powerful machine, but these 2 machines. I had a friend of mine whose name is Richard Opokwajiman. He was based in Kumasi, and he completed Winneba School of Education, but he was a year ahead of me. But we met on the Anochi project, where I was like the art director there.
Right.
So when he met me, he was like, "I like your talent. I like the way you work. Although I'm an intern here, I'm still under you. And when I complete school, I'll wait for you to complete school. I'll wait for a year, because I see something in you. And whatever you decide to do, I'll join you." So I brought him to Kokomemle to come and start the studio with me.
Wow.